Today we're going to discuss just one of the many reasons why the upfront fare calculation needs to go. Really quickly, if you have yet to download the Solo app to help you manage your rideshare business and earn more, our referral link will be in the description. So Sergio and Chris have discussed this a lot on Show Me the Money Club. It's about post-ride adjustments after you've given a ride. If you're trying to get a fare review, it is very difficult to get a fare adjustment in your favor. This week, I gave a ride on Lyft and a ride on Uber, and both of them should have been adjusted after the fact. The ride on Lyft had a stop, where this stop was added after I arrived at the passenger's pickup location, and on Uber, the upfront mileage was not correct. It was off by a couple of miles. So here's the ride with Lyft. The upfront details were that it was going to be pay of $8.22 for an estimated 17-minute and 8.82 mile ride. This passenger was actually 6 miles away and the on-trip mileage was about 2 miles. In hindsight, I should not have accepted this ride, but it was out in the suburbs. I figured, why not give it a try? And again, right after I arrived at the pickup location, this passenger added a stop. I cannot stress how much I can't stand this. And the stop was at a bank and the passenger needed to go in and use the ATM. And with Lyft, if 5 minutes pass at a stop, you're allowed to end the ride right there if you want to. The 5 minutes had passed on this ride, so I ended the ride. So the actual time and distance on this ride was 24 minutes and 8.6 miles. On the top there, you can see that it says your pay decreased because the ride changed significantly. If I look at these details, how did that ride change significantly? Estimated 17 minutes and 8.82 miles, and actual was 24 minutes and 8.6 miles. How in the world did this ride change significantly? I drove for more time and almost just as much mileage. Basically what they did when they offered me the upfront fare of $8.22 was include the pickup mileage, but since I ended the ride early at the stop after the 5 minutes, which Lyft allows me to do, they treated this as a minimum fare ride. This is such bullshit, and so I reached out to Lyft support and I could get no help from them. They basically looked at it as a minimum fare ride and we're not going to change anything. So if we look at those totals again, 17 minutes, 8.82 miles estimated, actual 24 minutes, 8.6 miles. I ended up getting paid $5.56 for this ride and the upfront pay was $8.22. With Lyft, I was working completely within their boundary on stops. They give you 5 minutes, they give the passenger 5 minutes, and if they haven't come out, then the driver can end the ride right there. Not only was this a terrible experience because the passenger made me wait that long, but then after I ended the ride, it was treated as a minimum fare ride and I got paid $3 less. I cannot express how fucking pissed off I was. Needless to say, I will never accept a ride like this again. The pickup mileage was just way too much. Now here's a look at the Uber fare. I don't have a screenshot of the upfront details, but the upfront details included an on-trip distance of about 16 miles. And the actual on-trip distance for the route that I took was 18.7 miles. The upfront fare was $16.50, but I believe my pickup distance was about 3 miles, so I drove a total of about 22 miles for $16.50. I tried to conduct a fare review after the fact, but since I was paid the exact upfront fare I was offered, they were not going to change it. Now this is only a couple of dollars, but over millions of trips daily, this is probably happening a lot, and this is a lot of money for Uber. And last year, Uber was offering a pretty cool fare review process where you could review a fare and even if they didn't see a discrepancy, they would give you a $5 credit. I was able to get these $5 credits about a handful of times, but then they completely removed it from the app. So these post-fare adjustments are just another reason why the upfront fare calculation needs to completely go away, and that is the only piece that needs to go away, the upfront fare calculation. Otherwise, all the information, all the other information, the map, the pickup distance, the drop-off distance, all of that information needs to stay. We are independent contractors, we deserve that. This is how upfront fares should have been originally introduced. With all of the upfront details there, no upfront fare calculation, but give us a range of what we could get paid depending on what route we take. The one thing that I do appreciate about upfront fares is now they are paying for pickup distance on some upfront fares, but I am fine if they go back to time and distance rates for only on-trip distance, and then I won't accept the ride that's more than 2 miles away, just like I did back when time and distance rates were in effect. We are going to continue to reiterate on the channel that the upfront fare calculation needs to go. It is a pay cut and it needs to go. This post-ride adjustments fare review issue is just one of the many reasons. I'm going to continue to harp on this in the coming weeks. I'm going to do more videos on each of the reasons why the upfront fare calculation needs to go now. And all of you, please leave your reasons in the comments if you agree with me and you feel like upfront fares should go. Again, if you haven't downloaded the Solo app, make sure to check that out. We also have a free newsletter. That link is in the description, so you can sign up for that. And if you haven't watched my video on why I never accept rides with stops anymore, be sure to check that one out. Thanks again for watching and drive safe. Thanks.